Stop scrolling. That simple 1 dirham coin in your wallet might look completely ordinary, but some rare United Arab Emirates coins have quietly sold for surprising amounts in the collector market, even when compared in the same condition as regular circulating coins. Today, we're uncovering the top 2 most valuable United Arab Emirates 1 dirham coins, both appearing similar in wear and condition, yet carrying very different values because of rarity, limited mintage, and collector demand. These coins prove that even modern currency from the Middle East can turn into hidden treasures if you know what to look for. So let's get started. First up, the 1 dirham coin dated 1428 to 2007 in fine condition. At first glance, it may look like just another small silver-colored coin used in daily transactions, but in the world of collectors, this coin carries a story, a mystery, and in some cases, surprising value that can reach far beyond its face worth in dollars. The United Arab Emirates 1 dirham coin has a deep connection with the modern financial identity of the UAE. Introduced as part of the country's standardized currency system, the dirham reflects the rapid economic development of a nation that transformed from desert trading routes into a global financial hub. The 1428 to 2007 issue represents a period of active minting where design consistency and metal composition were carefully maintained to support both domestic circulation and international recognition. Coins from this era were widely used, which is exactly why finding one in truly fine condition today becomes significantly more interesting for collectors. When we talk about the unique features of this coin, there is more than meets the eye. The UAE 1 dirham coin typically features bilingual inscriptions in Arabic and English, symbolizing the country's cultural balance between tradition and globalization. The denomination is clearly marked, and the coin is usually composed of a nickel brass outer ring with a distinctive bronze tone center, giving it a two-tone appearance that stands out among many other world coins. The 1428 to 2007 date is especially important because it ties the coin to a specific minting period, making it a traceable piece of monetary history. Even small variations in strike quality, wear level, or alignment can make certain examples more desirable in numismatic circles. Now here comes the part that excites collectors the most: rarity and demand. At first, this coin may not seem rare because millions were minted for circulation. However, rarity in coin collecting is not always about mintage numbers alone. It is about survival in high conditions. Most of these coins have passed through countless hands, wallets, machines, and environments, which leaves them heavily worn. A fine condition example of the 1428 to 2007 dirham becomes significantly harder to find as time passes. Collectors who focus on modern Middle Eastern coinage actively search for well-preserved specimens, especially those with minimal scratches, strong details, and original mint luster still visible. In the global collector market, UAE coins have gained increasing attention over the years. The Middle East has become an important region in modern numismatics, and coins like this one represent both economic history and regional identity. Online auctions, private sales, and international coin shows often feature UAE dirhams, and while most standard circulated examples remain close to face value, premium condition pieces can attract competitive bidding when demand spikes among collectors' complete sets or seek high-grade examples. When we discuss current market value in dollars, it is important to understand the distinction between regular circulation pieces and collector-grade specimens. A typical circulated 2007 UAE 1 dirham coin may only be worth its face value, roughly around $23,000 million. However, in fine condition, especially if the coin shows strong detail and minimal wear, its collectible value can rise modestly in the international market, sometimes reaching a few $23,000 million depending on buyer demand and auction timing. Exceptional uncirculated examples or coins with unique minting characteristics can achieve even higher premiums, particularly when sold through specialized numismatic platforms where collectors compete for quality. For collectors interested in coins like this, careful handling is extremely important. Always avoid cleaning coins, as polishing or scrubbing can drastically reduce their value by removing natural surfaces and mint luster. Proper storage in protective holders or coin flips helps preserve condition over time. It is also wise to compare your coin with verified references or certified grading standards if you believe it is in above-average condition. Patience is key in numismatics, because values can change depending on market trends and collector interest. In conclusion, the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham 1428 to 2007 coin in fine condition may not be a headline-making million-dollar rarity, but it represents something equally important in the collecting world: accessible history with hidden potential. It is a reminder that value is not always obvious at first glance. Sometimes, what looks like ordinary pocket change can hold a quiet story of national identity, economic progress, and collector passion. And in the ever-growing world of coin collecting, even a simple dirham can become a small treasure waiting to be discovered. Next up, the United Arab Emirates, dated 1409 to 1989, something that once circulated freely in markets, shops, and hands across the Gulf region. At first glance, it looks simple, even ordinary, but in the world of coin collectors, this specific issue has become a quiet topic of interest, especially when found in good condition. And in today's global numismatic market, even small details can transform a common coin into a sought-after collectible with real dollar value. The United Arab Emirates 1 dirham coin from 1409 to 1989 belongs to an important era in the country's monetary development. During the late 1980s, the UAE was rapidly strengthening its economy, building international trade connections, and refining its national currency system. The dirham had already been established as a stable and trusted currency, but coins from this period represent a phase where design consistency and mass circulation were balanced with growing national identity. The 1989 issue reflects a time when the UAE was becoming more globally recognized, and its currency began to circulate more widely beyond just local markets. When we take a closer look at the unique features of this coin, it becomes more interesting than most people realize. The 1409 to 1989 1 dirham coin is typically designed with a central bronze-colored core surrounded by a nickel brass ring, giving it a distinctive two-tone appearance. Arabic inscriptions dominate the design, highlighting the nation's cultural and linguistic identity, while the denomination is clearly marked for everyday use. The coin's structure is durable, made to withstand heavy circulation, which is exactly why finding one in good condition today is not as common as many assume. Over decades of use, most examples show heavy wear, fading, or surface damage, making well-preserved pieces noticeably more desirable. Now here is where collector interest begins to grow. Rarity in modern coins is not always about how many were minted, but about how many survive in collectible conditions. The 1989 UAE 1 dirham was widely circulated, meaning millions exist, but very few remain in truly good condition with sharp details, visible inscriptions, and minimal wear. This is where collectors start paying attention. In numismatics, condition is everything, and even a small improvement in preservation can dramatically increase interest from buyers who specialize in Middle Eastern coinage or modern world currency collections. Demand for UAE coins has steadily increased in international collecting communities. As global interest in Middle Eastern history and currency grows, coins from the UAE's earlier decades are being re-evaluated not just as money, but as historical artifacts. Collectors often seek complete date sets, and the 1989 dirham plays an important role in building those collections. Auction platforms and private sales sometimes feature these coins, and while most circulate at modest prices, higher-grade examples can attract competitive attention when multiple collectors are searching for the same date and condition. When we talk about current market value in dollars, it is important to stay realistic but also understand collector dynamics. A standard circulated 1989 UAE 1 dirham coin usually remains close to its face value, around $11 million. However, in good condition, meaning clear details, minimal scratches, and solid overall appearance, the value can rise slightly in the collector market, sometimes reaching a few $11 million depending on demand and buyer interest. In some cases, coins with exceptional eye appeal or near uncirculated quality may fetch higher prices, especially in international auctions where niche collectors compete for specific dates. For collectors who are interested in coins like this, the key is patience and observation. Many valuable opportunities are hidden in everyday change, but identifying them requires attention to detail. Coins should always be handled carefully by their edges to avoid fingerprints and surface damage. Cleaning coins should be avoided at all costs, because it can permanently reduce their value in the eyes of serious collectors. Proper storage in coin holders or protective cases helps preserve condition over time and keeps future resale potential intact. It is also helpful to compare coins with reference images or grading standards if you believe you have a higher quality example. In conclusion, the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham 1409 to 1989 coin in good condition is a perfect example of how ordinary currency can gain new meaning over time. It may not be $1 million rarity, but it carries historical value, collector interest, and small but real market potential in the global numismatic world. For some, it is just a coin, but for collectors, it is a piece of history that quietly tells the story of a nation's growth, one dirham at a time. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed learning about these rare and valuable Lincoln wheat penny coins, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories about rare coins that could be worth big money. Coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes the smallest coins can hold the greatest value. Keep checking your old coins, because you never know when you might discover a hidden treasure. See you in the next video.